Welcome back to Rudniki episode 36. Fire this up. On today's episode, we are going to get the subsoiling done in the field we just mulched. And we're kind of decide on what crop we're going to do. Yeah, these doors, that board, I'm not a big fan of that board sticking out on these doors. Slam right into it. There we go. Yeah, we're looking over on what we could do for crops. I think I was sitting kind of debating. There's actually a crop called SPELT, which we haven't done yet. And that will plant, should be worse. This is the bulk filling station. I don't think we're going to sell to that. Problem is it is going to be worth more there. But I feel like it's just not right if we do that. The SPELT will plant in October. So we do got some time before we actually need to do it. And I suppose it'll just kind of basically be like a grain crop that we have been doing. Alright, down we go. Get some lines here. Oops. I don't know why I hold that button in it. There we go. Yeah, we'll do 2 headlands. There we go. We are off. And now we're not down again. Now I think we're ready to go. We also use the mulcher to cut some grass. It's been kind of nice. I think next month we're going to have to do a little mowing around the yard, around the farm. We'll probably just switch it to mulching, I think, because that picker-upper is not doing its job, which is very unfortunate. I can't believe they haven't fixed that yet after all these years. Or all these months. I think, does this... no, the rocks are still there. I was going to say, does this push the rocks under? And it doesn't. Yeah, so we'll get this done. And then we'll probably actually have to get going on some grass cutting, because I think we got, what, probably one more phase to do. Yep, exactly. So we'll be cutting hay once again, grass, and then we'll get that into the shed or the cow pen, depending on. We're still waiting for the cows to get to 100% on the reproduction. Unfortunately, we're at 40%, so we have another 6 months, because it's 10% every month, before we'll even see if that'll produce milk. And like I said, if not, we'll just delete the barn there, and we'll get rid of them, and we'll put a shed in. We're gonna put up with it any longer. They've been, I guess it's been kind of nice. They've been producing the slurry, but at the end of the day, we need to get some products out of them, and we're not. Kind of a shame. Unless we're supposed to give them silage. Which we could buy a bale of silage and give that a shot at that point. But I assume it would work without that. Okay, let's do a little time lapse, get this finished up, and then we'll see you in a few minutes. But it's just occurred to me that we also have to lime this field. We were going to hit that this time around. You don't do it for a while, you kind of forget about it. How does that actually look right now? So the pH is okay. And then we got no data over here. Do we already have the 3? We have to repurchase the data? Interesting. Yeah, there's no data on this field here. But over here, we can see it. So it's like, it's almost like we have to repurchase it. Yeah, I guess we do, because it's black. Let's just purchase it. There we go. Excellent. So we got to do pH. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and spread a bunch. The whole thing. Probably have to buy some more, I think, because we're probably running out. That's how it goes. Gotta roll with these punches. Let's get on the road. I need to traipse through the field anymore. That's a nice mowed field road. Yeah, we'll have to get the lawnmower out next month. We were always going to buy a snowblower, we never did. The last few snows we've had haven't been too aggressive, which has been very nice, because we kind of wanted to get through those so we could move on. Now we got a spot for our butter here, now that we moved the wagon out of the way. Probably gonna have to fix this tractor up here at some point too. Okay. So we have... oh, 50%. Yeah, we'd have to buy some more bags. We're definitely not gonna get through the whole field. That's for sure. Okay, working with should be somewhat decent. Is this the one we had to switch to 10? We might have to switch this to 10. Because it says it's 14, but it's not. Let's see what happens here as we fire it up. Can we... is there an automatic? It should be on automatic, so we'll see what happens. Of course, we can't really see it. I think it's there, but it's very hard to see. Yeah, it's definitely not 14. Yeah, we can see it from this angle here. We definitely don't have it all the way to the edge. Let's switch it to 10. Because I think that's what it was. It's unfortunate. And then we'll have to go by the lines. Figure out where we haven't done yet. We got a perfect value right there. We'll definitely burn through this in no time. Alright. Now, we'll give her a go. That looks a lot better. Might still be a little shy on the one side. I'll hit this headland. Yeah, we can see it better at this angle now. I'm pretty sure we cannot buy lime out of that bulk buying station. I'm gonna double check that, but I'm pretty sure we can't. Which, for the sake of gameplay, I kind of want to actually get more bags again. We could stack some in that other room. We never have any carryover on seeds or anything because we put everything in the machine and then that's it. Yeah, let's double check this real quick. A bulk fill station. There is lime. That is interesting. Like I said, I think I kind of prefer getting the bags, but let's at least do it once here, for sure. I did not expect that to work for that. I thought that was strictly products, not so much field maintenance stuff. Can we... We can't fill directly. We might not be able to fill it directly. Be right in here. No. Well, we'll just go up with the pickup and grab some bags. Like I said, I prefer to do it that way anyway. Because I don't think we have anything in our shed here. This is where we're supposed to store all the seeds and stuff. Yeah, there's nothing there. Shut it off. Alright. Yeah, we'll run up. Not a problem. Get the big bundles, throw them in the back. We'll just get a bunch. It should be somewhat cheap enough. Again, next year I would like to buy that field, but I guess we got our greenhouses to help compensate for income. Okay, let's purchase consumables here, and then we'll want the lime. Big bags. If we get 8 of them, it's only 770 bucks. That's actually... Lime has always been nice and cheap, which is awesome. Let's see how well we can get these in here. Maybe we can buy some more. Because we might as well get a bunch. It's probably going to take quite a bit to actually hit that field. Okay, let's do another lot of 8. I'm hoping we can strap them down. Oh, of course. Puts them in a different spot. Okay, another lot in there. Can we strap in? I think those lower ones move around. The top, well, at least the top ones stay strapped. Well, that's really heavy. It's a lot heavier than I thought. Let's shut this first and then strap. No, didn't change it. I thought something a little goofy was going on. That is a lot of weight on the truck. Oh man. I think what we might do is we will just bring this over into the field. That only makes sense. When we have to refill, then we can just come right by it. Okay. And we'll just go back over there. We will probably burn through quite a bit. Alright. We are down. In you go. If I remember right, it takes a whole lot. Oh, I guess I'm wrong. It's not taking that one. We'll just leave that there then. Yeah, 15 hours. Yeah, we're full. Doesn't look like it, but we are full. Okay, let's get this all limed. See if we can get through the whole field. If not, we'll have to go up and buy some more. Excellent. We should be good. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is a little darker. I don't know how that... how that actually works on the screen here. Okay, it's 6. I don't know what this extra dark means. A little curious on that. V8 or pH value, perfect. That's awesome. We're gonna get a good yield next year. And then, like I said, we mulched already. And then we'll roll. Should be as best as you could get. Best as you could ask for. We'll top this up with the bags, since we got it out here. And then we will park it. Well, whatever extra bags we have left, we'll throw in the storage area. Gotta get some weight off the wheels of this truck anyway. That was kind of crazy. Alright, we are full. 4.5 bags left. Yeah, once again, the visual representation is not working very good on that rudder. We dealt with that before. Can we get through here? Definitely a tight area. Yeah, next month we're going to be doing the grass. We'll just park her there. Make sure we're somewhat locked. They're going to move all over on us anyway. That cut lawn looks sure nice. Just got to do the rest of it. Okay. And we got some left over. We'll just stack it down here, I think. We may have to put some herbicide in here or something at some point. Beautiful. Ready to go for next time. So I think without further ado, I think we're ready to take a nap in advance. See what we got over here. Tomatoes coming in. We are still producing carrots over on the other end. See, water looks good there. Water still looks good here. Like I said, eventually we'll probably switch to something else down there. I mean, we could do olives. Do something different. Also, in the previous episode, we did give the chickens their grain and root crops. There was a 25% and a 5% percentage yield here that will come into the egg. So we should get a lot more eggs coming out, which is great. Could always use more, sell more, get more money. Suppose we could close this door up. Anything in the sales, even though we really can't afford it. So this was poplar, yeah. Okay. Let's go to July. And then we'll see if we're going to do the grass bales or some mowing. Alright, in July we are. Yeah, this grass definitely needs to get hit. We could do that. This tanker's in the way of this grass. We still haven't found an appropriate spot for that tanker yet. I don't know where we're gonna put it. I mean, we could knock this fence down. But it just looks so nice, I don't really want to do it. I just feel like it fits really well. %50 on reproduction. Another 5 months, it'll be a while. We could probably give the grass right away to the cows. Just plop them in there and keep them topped up. And then we'll have to see our verdict in 5 months, what's going to happen. Yeah, it's definitely ready to harvest. So, I think we'll probably get on the hay bales, grass bales. We'll get that going. And then we'll do the lawn after. Definitely feel the cobbler stones in the tractor. I thought it was having some mechanical issues there for a bit. There, we got 2 fields to do, the other one's by the pond. We should get quite a bit out at least. Let's get some straight rows so we can bale appropriately. And we are off. Bale coming out. Nice. So we are actually up to 9 bales already. We're gonna have to make it definitely a couple trips. Well, those up there we could probably just spear directly and put them in. But I think we're gonna leave it there for today's episode. We'll continue this on the next one. And then, like I said, get these back into, well, we could probably actually feed them to the cattle, although I'd rather put these in storage and get these small squares out in case we do end up selling the cattle. Then we don't have to deal with those small ones later. We could just throw those in there right now and then not have to worry about dealing with them later if we do have to end up selling those down the line. If things don't go our direction with the milk, I sure hope it does, because this map's made for it. Again, it could be a silage bale that might be the key too, but who knows? So leave it there. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next one.